Chadwick Boseman was one of the best and most well-known actors that have ever come out of the MCU. It shouldn't come off as too big of a surprise to know that, like a lot of men, he also had a knack for fast cars, but the only difference between him and most men is that he could actually afford them. Here, we're going to take a look inside the late Chadwick Boseman's insane car collection. Number 5. Lexus LS. The car we're starting off with, and was a part of Chadwick Boseman's collection, is one that probably every person who was born in the 80s or 90s is familiar with. We're talking about the Lexus LS. The story of this car begins in 1990 when the Japanese automobile company known as Lexus had an idea of constructing some sort of a sedan that would not only be as slick as most luxury cars usually are, but also be affordable. With this in mind, the company came up with the Lexus LS. The car has a 3.4-liter V6 and Lexus LS 500, which gives it a strong 416 horsepower engine, as well as a maximum speed of no less than 155 miles per hour. Not only that, the Lexus LS also has an acceleration time of only 5.4 seconds. It's almost like this awesome car was especially made for someone with as much swag as Chadwick. The last time we checked, it was going around for a price of $76,000. Number 4. Cadillac Escalade. The second car on our list is an SUV, but not just any SUV, it's the Cadillac Escalade. The Cadillac Escalade is what one would call a luxury SUV. It's manufactured by General Motors. You see, the reason this car is so unique is that it comes with a variety of cool and exciting features like Apple CarPlay Integrity, Android Auto, rear seat entertainment, a 36-speaker AKG audio system, leather upholstery, and last but definitely not the least, Wi-Fi hotspot. You won't find all these things in just any other SUV, we can tell you that much. Now let us backtrack a little. The features that we just mentioned aren't the only reasons that the Cadillac Escalade stands out from the other cars in the competition. This car also boasts a dynamic performance system along with sleek handling. It consists of a 6.2-liter V8 engine which produces a whopping 420 horsepower and in turn gives the car a maximum speed of 154 miles per hour with the acceleration time being 6.1 seconds. The Cadillac Escalade is currently on the market for $76,295. Number 3. Audi A8. The third car that was in Chadwick's lush car collection was an Audi A8 to be specific. This car, being on the market since the mid-90s, is probably the most, if not one of the most iconic cars that the German automobile company has ever produced. The Audi A8 is a stunning sedan with a pretty design and top-tier performance rates. The model that was a part of Chadwick's garage was one of the best ones out there. It has a 3-liter V6 engine generating around 335 horsepower, which is neither too much nor too low, but still on the higher side, giving the driver a vibe of elegance. Aside from that, the car has a spacious and comfortable interior, which is sure to make anyone sitting inside it swoon. It gains a top speed of 155 miles per hour and needs only 5.7 seconds to jump to 60. As you can imagine, with the amount of things this car has to offer, it must be quite pricey, and well, it is. Chadwick purchased this car for nearly $90,000. Number 2. Rolls-Royce Ghost. And now we present to you the fourth car in Chadwick's collection, which is a Rolls-Royce Ghost. We're sure that you're not surprised to see a car from this company in the garage of a mega celebrity like Chadwick. The Rolls-Royce Ghost that Chadwick owned looks somewhat similar to the Phantom Drophead Coupe and was built on the BMW 7 Series platform. This car looked a lot bulkier than the vehicle it was inspired from, but that didn't stop it from delivering even better. Believe it or not, this car, regardless of just how heavy it is, looks like a lightning bolt at top speed. This is due to the fact that it has a 6.6-liter V12 engine with 560 horsepower as well as 575 pound-feet of torque. The Rolls-Royce Ghost costs anywhere between $300,000 to $380,000. Number 1. Lamborghini Aventador. And finally, at number 1, we have the car that you've all been waiting to hear about. We present to you the Lamborghini Aventador. Can you imagine who wouldn't want to buy a Lamborghini, especially if they can afford it? Someone like Chadwick, who had a net worth of roughly $12 million, most certainly had no issues in buying a car of this caliber. Having a strong Herculean appearance with its good old butterfly doors, this supercar has the kind of suave around it that we doubt any other car can provide. The Lamborghini Aventador has an extremely strong V12 engine, which gives it a jaw-dropping 769 horsepower. If you were to drive it, it wouldn't even feel like a car, honestly. You'd probably think you were traveling across the galaxies in some sort of a space shuttle. That's just how smooth yet powerful the Lamborghini Aventador really is. And that's what you get with a $500,000 price tag. Note that this exotic car is not for the faint of heart and can only be handled by someone who has a heart of a panther. So yeah, this was the list of all the cars in the late Chadwick Boseman's magnificent collection, which proved that not only was he one of the best actors of his time, but he also had excellent taste in cars.